Amanda, hey, how are you? Thank you so much for the dream interpretation request. I'm going to get right to it here. I'm going to read your dream, and then I'm going to give you some insight into what your unconscious mind is trying to tell you. So let's get right to it. Grab the laptop here, without unplugging my microphone, right? See what we got going on. It's a little bit of a long dream, and as often happens with long dreams, a little bit of insight into how dreams work. The long dreams don't necessarily mean that there's more content. Usually if a dream progresses for a long time and it's like multiple scenes and a lot of things going on, it's usually the same message repeated over and over and over again. The unconscious mind is not very complex. It's the conscious mind, the logical thoughts that are complex and write volumes and books of things. It's philosophy and logic and analytics and linguistics. It's all these things. The unconscious mind is simple. It's like, we want this, I want this needs to happen, this is how I feel. And so with this, I kind of see the same basic meaning happening 3 times. And that's what I want to get to. So I'm going to read it, and here we go. Amanda. I often have very vivid dreams, along with reoccurring dreams accompanied with sleepwalking and eating and cooking. Little pause here. Hold on. When we have sleepwalking in our nighttime routine, in our dreams, definitely want to go talk with a sleep specialist, with your doctor, with your counselor, get a sleep test done, whatever, because that's not supposed to happen when you sleep. When we sleepwalk, it's a disruption of the normal wake-sleep cycle, right? And so that can happen when we have, I don't know if you follow Selena Spooky Boo on TikTok. She's really famous for sleepwalking, but she will tell you that in order to initiate sleepwalking, she will have cheese or chocolate right before bed. Those are very heavy foods that require a lot of blood and energy to digest. And so because all that energy is going to her stomach while she's sleeping, it doesn't allow her to enter into the sleep cycle she's supposed to, and so she sleepwalks. You maybe have the same thing going on here, or it could be an overabundance of anxiety, an overabundance of stress that's causing you difficulty entering into the normal phases of, well, you have NREM, REM sleep, right? And we cycle between those, light and deep NREM, and then REM sleep. That's the way it's supposed to go. We get a couple of those cycles each night. So it sounds like that's being disrupted. I'm worried about you, Amanda. It's not life-threatening, I don't think, but again, I can't tell. You want to go get that checked out. But let's get to the dream. Actually, that could also kind of inform why your dreams are so vivid. It's probably a disruption or some anxiety there. Anyways, last night was a very vivid dream. I would like to know the meaning. Me and my fiance were driving through a Walmart parking lot. He was driving to get to another lot, but there were buggies everywhere. No cars, but tons and tons of buggies. There was no clear path. So he ended up speeding up and hitting one buggy to get through, then slightly striking a building on my side. I was not injured, but agitated with him. I was already mad because he wouldn't listen or interested in my dream I was telling him about. Then he was driving fast in circles, slinging me out of the car window, but grabbed my shirt to keep me in. After that, we were in the kitchen and I went to load the dishwasher, but couldn't because the dishes had been improperly jammed in there, so I was upset at him for doing that. After that, I had to go to work and for some reason needed to take the grandchild with me and my pregnant dog. The grandbaby was profusely dirty, covered in mud, and I couldn't wash her. But once at work, I had a meeting in my office and my puppy was covered in fleas. And another coworker brought their dog, but their dog bit my grandbaby and another baby, and then he woke up while searching for this coworker to get her dog. And he said, side note, my boyfriend is nothing like how I dreamed him, and quite the opposite. So here's my thoughts, right? There's a lot of reoccurring themes here. Let's start with the first one, right? The crowded parking lot. We could probably talk about all of them together, but the crowded parking lot in particular, the reoccurring theme that I'm seeing here is stress. Stress and anxiety, especially with your fiance. It sounds like there's a lot of things in your life that are changing, a lot of things, these comfort zones that you've created, these ways of doing things that are normal and most enjoyable to you, but now you've got a fiance. Now you've got other people in your life. Now you've got your job. Now you've got your grandchild, baby, all these things. There are things coming into your life that are outside of your control. And you're struggling with wanting to control them, but knowing that they're not in your control. So things like the dishwasher being jammed, right? That's outside of your control. It's dirty things, right? Life is dirty. And so when we think about dirt, when we think about like things being jammed up, it's a symbol for life being messy. And I know you want to control the messy, but life moves on. Life is dirty. And sometimes we just have to let certain amounts of mess go without worrying about it. And right now your mind's telling you that you're stressed about things not being the way that you want to. So whether that be the Walmart parking lot where all the buggies are jammed up, right? And the reason that it's buggies and not cars is because deep down you know that these are little things, right? These are little frustrations and inconveniences that are causing you to lose the joy that could be there and the happiness that could be there, but you're getting caught up in the details. And so that's why instead of cars, they're these little buggies, because you know that these frustrations of yours are small. They're not life-altering, but they frustrate you because it's not the way that it normally is, and I validate that. I get frustrated too about simple things, but it's a process of you and I learning to let those things go and to move on and enjoy the bigger things in life, like your fiance, like your job, like those people around you, your friends. And so that also is the symbol of the dishwasher. That also is the symbol of the dirty grandchild. That also is the symbol of the dog with fleas, right? And so this is really the core meaning of your dream. I hope that you give yourself sort of the calm, the peace, to be able to say, hey, and to differentiate with your mind. Say, hey, this one isn't a big deal. I can let this go. If the dishwasher's jammed up, oh well. Slam the door shut, turn it on, right? Because there's life to be lived, and I can't spend my life being caught up in the details and let the adventure pass me by. So I give that to you, Amanda. I thank you so much for sending this to me. If you've got any questions, send it in the response email. And if this dream hits you and makes you think about certain things and really connects with you, leave it in the comments below so I can see it and I can know and connect with you a little bit deeper. Again, Amanda, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you as part of the community and part of the Lion Pride. Until next time, peace.